Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to show you what came in my April Boxycharm. Oh, I love Boxycharm. Last month, although the products were really good, I felt like it was a bit of a hiccup and a disaster. They had a couple of problems. So many people got their boxes so late. So mine came on the 28th of March, and it's April 8 right now. So it's been like, what is that, 12 days? From when I got my last one to now. It hasn't even been 2 weeks. And this is the earliest I've ever gotten my Boxycharm. Earliest ever. I live out in the sticks in the middle of, small town USA in the state of Washington. So, it takes a lot longer to get to me than to most people, I would say. But it's been one of those things where I'm kind of like, wow, super, super late last month and earlier than ever before this month. So I'm happy about it, but it's kind of like it's been a lot of Boxycharm recently. I'm not gonna lie. All right, before we get started, I wanted to say again, thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, would you please? So this month we get the Pure 12-piece pressed pigment palette, and this is their festival. I'm excited about this. I'm glad I have a little pocket knife here because I forget that Pure tapes everything up within an inch of its life. So while I open this, I haven't even seen it yet. And you know what's funny is that even on the inside, the palette is even still, oh look, the little tape, the palette is fine. They taped down this little cellophane sheet here, so we'll get that off. So one of the other things that came in this box was a trio of brushes from Luxie. You have a small contouring brush, you have their large shader, and this is their small shader. So we have kind of more like a one that I would use for packing on color, and this one here I would feel more like I could buff color on with this. So I'm going to use these two with my eye look today. So far I've only used mattes. I started with this in the crease, then I intensified it with a little bit of this, and then this just kind of right in the outer corner. These shimmer shades at the top, I'm really intrigued. I want to see what they look like. They're kind of pretty, aren't they? Yeah. And what's interesting is you do have like a little bit more of a cooler tone, but I thought maybe we'd kind of use this darkest of the shimmer shades up here and see what kind of look we get, kind of more on the lid, and we'll use something lighter in the inner corner. I'm going to use the small shader brush with the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm going to just drag this like as close to the lash line as humanly possible. So these are what the pressed glitters look like. Isn't that just astounding? This one here is Fireworks. It's got more of a little bit of a red to it. It's got some kind of greeny gold in there too, but there's definitely more of a pinky red to it. But this one here, it just looks so ridiculously reflective. I think we're going to use some of that. I don't know how, but we'll see what happens. So this brush here, because it is so stiff, I'm just running it through my Veramona color switch to make sure there's no color left on it, because I have some glitter higher than I wanted because I was putting it on with my finger, and I'm just going to kind of use this to kind of flick it off. I don't want it too high. I think that maybe putting the glitter on was a bad idea. I think I liked the eye look a lot better before, but you can't give me a glitter and me not put my finger in it and then go, ooh, that looked pretty everywhere. So we're doing a little cleanup here. One of the other items that I got in the box is this liner from Bodyography. This is their Bali Bronze Eye Pencil. I am curious to see what it, ooh. This is actually pretty nice. It's right here. Okay, so in January, I got a Starlux pencil. Worst pencil ever. Every pencil I get from Starlux through Boxycharm is like the worst. So we're going to throw a little bit of this in our lower waterline, if it will. Let's see. I don't know if this is my favorite pencil, but it worked better than the Starlux pencil. Here's the deal, is that I've got enough other warm shades on my eyes from this palette that I don't know you can see. I mean, the shade of this is very similar to these shades down here and this one up here. So I have it in my waterline, I have it on my lower lash line and my upper lash line, and I can hardly see it. So they sent this Power Up mascara from Butter London. It has a ever so slightly, barely curved wand. It's got those really teeny tiny baby rubber bristles on it. I've never tried anything from Butter London when it comes to mascara before. But this one here, it says that you're supposed to offer length, definition, and curl retention with 1 coat. 2 coats is supposed to give you more length and a defined look. It does say that it has hydrating jojoba extract and water-resistant polymers to offer a smudge-free and flake-proof full 8-hour day. But I'm like, you know, what person puts on their mascara and goes, I only need you for 8 hours? Because, I mean, even if you put it on like right before you walk into work, at the end of the day, what if you have errands to run, or you're going out to dinner, or you're doing other things? I need my mascara to look good all day, more than 8 hours. I would like at least 12 hours out of a mascara, but we'll see. Oh, let's curl the lashes. Let's give it its best possible chance. As I go on putting on my makeup, I keep finding more little chunks of glitter that are falling down. They seem to be staying fairly well on the eye. Now they're kind of going everywhere. See some right here under my nose, tip of my nose. They brush away fairly easily. The last thing in the box is from Artist Couture. It's one of their Diamond Glow powders. I have the shade Purple Dream. I think out of the shade that they were handing out, it probably would not have been this one. It's actually a really pretty shade. I used to have a different Artist Couture Diamond Glow powder, and let's see if you can see it here. It's right down here. I ended up decluttering it, and then I kicked myself like, why did you do that? I wished I hadn't. So I'm gonna just pick up a little bit on my favorite highlighting brush. This is the Wayne Goss airbrush. We're gonna tap off the excess, and we're gonna see if we can highlight our cheeks just a little bit. Ooh, yeah, you do really see kind of more of that purpley. I didn't see it so much. It looked more peach. And then when you really buff it in, can you see that? It looks definitely a little bit more cooler toned, which I think is pretty and would go really, really nice if you're using more of the pinks and, oh wow, pinks and purples at this palette, in the eyeshadow palette. I think it looks pretty with this too, because it gives kind of that whole sunset glow feeling to it. I think this is really pretty. I wasn't sure how I felt about the whole Purple Dream, and it is a little more pinky purple than I was expecting it to be. Oh, but it's pretty, and it buffs in really well. I think one of the things that the reason I got rid of the first one was I felt like I saw too much sparkle, and I am in my 40s, and I know that when I wear too much sparkle, and I'm just like glitter everywhere today, I do feel like it does age me a little bit. Now this, I think that when you buff it in, you get more of the highlight and less of those little teeny tiny sparkle pieces that are in here. I feel like those can kind of buff away, but the color is really pretty. The other thing I'll tell you is I think I got rid of the other one because I don't frequently reach for loose highlights. And then I wish I'd kept it. So I'm glad I got another one. I wasn't sure I was gonna like this color, but I'm gonna hang on to it for a while and keep trying it in several different ways before I decide yay or nay. But so far, I kind of like it. I think it's really pretty. I know there were a lot of variations this month, and I don't know, at the very bottom corner, mine has a 17 and a heart, if that means this was the 17th variation. I actually was really surprised and impressed by most of what I got in here. It was basically that Bodyography pencil that made me go, eh. But I wanted to do a little quick math and find out what the value of this box was. I think this box was really fun. I think there was a lot of things in here that really worked well. For $125, that's the total value of the box. There are definitely things that I can see myself reaching for again. I already stuck my Luxie brushes in here. I pulled them out. And by the way, these are all the Luxie brushes I have received in previous Boxycharm boxes. But I definitely can see myself reaching for this trio here again. And I feel like I'm surprised that with this many brushes, these guys weren't repeats of anything at all that I've received so far. That was great. I think that this Artist Couture Diamond Glow and Purple Dream really surprised me. It's pretty and it's not too much. And I have to get over my fear of a loose highlight because sometimes I feel like if I'm not careful, it's just gonna be way too much. And the fact that it says Diamond Glow, it does have those little teeny tiny ultra micro fine pieces of shimmer. Those buffed out just fine just by continuing to go over the placement of it with a really soft brush. You can use any brush, but this is my favorite. This is the Wayne Goss airbrush. I think it's fantastic. Now, I really like this eyeshadow palette. And I'll tell you, if I can't figure out how to use these glitters, I could still very easily, you know, not even thinking about those, reach for the rest of these other 10 shades in here and do a really beautiful eye look. I think the warmer it gets, it's still rainy and like in the low 50s where I'm at. I don't know that I'm really ready for this warm toned, bronzy, glittery look just yet. I don't live in California or in the Southwest where it'd definitely be warmer, but I definitely think that this would be something fun for the summertime. I'll have to let you know about the mascara. I'll leave my thoughts in the description box below as to whether it worked well, did it flake, did it smudge. I'll let you know. And although this wasn't like a, you know, hit it out of the ballpark sort of pencil for me, I am interested to try it again. I do think it's a really beautiful color, and I do like more of these warm toned eyeshadow or eye pencils that I could use as shadow as well. I'm wanting to try this again, but since it's not indelible, it's not long wearing, it's not waterproof, it's supposed to be easy to smudge, it really does smudge easily. I was kind of going over it here at the end, and it's kind of like, yep, it almost goes to nothing. But I definitely want to try it in a different way. So I think overall the box is really fun. If you get Boxycharm, let me know what your favorite product that you received in your box was. And if there was something in there that you're kind of like, not so much. If you don't get Boxycharm, let me know what products that you're loving right now. And I know this was kind of all themed around this festival sort of eyeshadow palette. Boxycharm is at Coachella right now, and they're, you know, really into that whole festival look. But let me know, do you kind of love that idea of festival makeup? Or are you like, no, that's not for me? I feel like at my age, it probably shouldn't be for me, but I'm having fun with makeup in any way, shape, or form that I can. So even though I do have a little glitter fallout, I'm happy to be trying something new and kind of pushing my boundaries. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.